Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got PACW, IMR. Good morning, good morning. Yes, slow pre-market. I see that bank stock is up. Let's see, trade. See the bank stock is up again. PACW. It's been going up and down, even though JP Morgan has already said they're buying their assets. So that's troubling for it being the number one stock on the pre-market or out of pre-market. Next one is IMRN up 60%, EZFL up 63%, and below that, everything else down here is kind of dead. MEGL is up 22%, but no volume. Yeah, so those will be the top two probably coming into pre-market. So we are seeing a little bit slower start to the week. No 200, 300% gainers, just some 60% gainers with, I think EZFL had Q1 a Q1 loss when they reported their earnings last week on the 3rd, and then IMRN got a FDA clearance, I believe, for their drug. So IMRN will probably be the one that gets the most heat, but we'll just have to see. On the daily chart out here for IMRN, oh, I'm not on the right thing. Where's IMRN? So IMRN is pretty choppy on the daily chart. Does not look great at all. Had a pop up back here in, what's this, 2021. So 2020, 2021, it had a little pop up, but very grindy stock in here. It's up to 302 though, so it closed Friday on at the 187 and is up here at the 302s. Where are the obvious levels? It's got a 284 level there. Let's actually just extend this to the left. Yeah, extend to the left. Not really clear, obvious levels here on IMRN, so I'll be very careful trading that one today. Good morning, GD. Good morning, Jimmy. I always say Jimmy. Jim. But yeah, these stocks that we're seeing today, I don't know what the disease is that IMRN. Let me look into that. What disease are they trying to solve for? Okay. Food and Drug Administration remove clinical hold on new Campylobacter ETEC therapeutic. What is this doing? Is there any keywords in here like cancer or? Pretty sure if there was something cancer related, it would have been the top of what the summary was. Okay, infectious diarrhea and most common illnesses reported by travelers visiting developing countries. Okay. Diarrhea. Looking at a float of about 4.76 million. Based out of Australia. Okay. Only 5 full-time employees, so yeah, they're putting in that work. Commercialization of polyclonal antibodies in Australia, Israel, Canada, the United States, and internationally. Company operates through 2 segments: research and development and hyperimmune products. Okay, so yeah, an over-the-counter Travelon, an over-the-counter medicine to reduce risk of travelers' diarrhea and risk of minor gastrointestinal disorders, as well as dietary supplement for support of the digestive health and gastrointestinal tract protection. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what is going to be the thing today. I really don't. One thing I was looking at from last week when I traded what was the name of it? I forget the name. Let me see. Maybe it's not in here. Let me see. Account details, transactions. What day did I trade that? I think it was on Thursday of last month. Or not last month, last week. The 4th. Okay, SVRE. Another thing that I was looking at when I look back at my statistics of what I win on, I was trading something that was sub $2. The majority of my losses are from things that are sub $2. They just don't follow through. They get choppy, and I expect much more from them than I really should be. And so these are my trading rules basically for these little small cap trades that I have. First thing, how many outstanding shares are there? Is it a top volume mover? Are the eyes and the attention on it? Does it have a catalyst? If yes, then I have a little bit more confidence in it. Is the replacement worth the risk? What is the competition on the day? And has that competition, no matter what float, what cap size, or what it is, has that competition doubled or tripled the volume of what I'm interested in? Which is another thing that I just botched on that trade, because there were definitely like 2 or 3 stocks that had doubled and tripled its volume. Are the shorts strongly winning during intraday? And is their momentum showing signs of weakness? Is support being found? Are there any large areas of interest on the level 2? That was another thing I botched on that day. There was a huge size at 150. There was like 20,000 shares just sitting there all day. And I bought before it even tested that level. I bought at the 180s, 30 cents higher than that huge level that I observed. And I took a mental image, and I was like, it'll be all right. And I was stupid. And then the post-trade questions. What did I learn or observe that made me interested in trading this? Was my thesis valid or invalid? Did I exit the position at the pre-selected levels as planned? Was the thesis worth the risk after having hindsight? And how did the stock affect my emotional state? So, and then these are the only really boundaries that I have. I try to stay above the $2 boundaries. They usually react a little bit better to the overall attention. And I have it right here. My strategy fails about 80% of the time under $2, and that's what happened last week on Thursday with the SSU or whatever it is, whatever that stock was. SVRE. Let's see where SVRE is today. Still right around that level of the 142. Had a huge level at the 150 though on the day that I was trading it. But anyway, We are here on a new week, new day, Monday morning. Looking for some action. Oh, what's up? What's up, Dallas? Oh yeah, dope. Yeah, I'm on. Usually I do an hour in the morning just to see what's moving and if there's any obvious stocks out here. Um, and I just move forward from there. I don't really waste a lot of time in the market because most of the times I know what I'm trading out of pre-market, and a lot of times when I'm like in limbo out of pre-market, it's probably a day that I need to step back and really do some more observation. I want to take trades that are too good. It's like I have to get into this. Not so much I'm looking for creating potential, but this potential is so good that I got to get into this. Based on catalysts, based on all the rules, based on all of that. Competition on the day and the environment, all of that. The PACW, I don't know why it gapped up. People have been selling it heavily over the past week. JP Morgan, I don't know if they've changed their stance on what they were doing with it. Let me look on the news. PacWest, inflation in focus. PacWest leads regional bank rally. Shares are trading higher after the company cuts its dividend. Okay, of course they're going to cut their dividend. So if they're cutting their dividend, usually companies are in two phases. If they're paying out dividend, it means that they don't expect much growth, like upward potential. But now that they're cutting their dividend, I mean, it could mean that they're trying to grow, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it with JP Morgan coming in and buying those assets. And they may be cutting their dividend to pay out investors that are trying to get their money out, you know? Cut the dividend, cut that back, and because I know for a fact that's the reason that they dropped. People were like, "Hey, give us our money," all at the same time. Oh yeah, Jimmy said it's cool. I'm Jimmy. My dad is Jim. Nice. Yeah, I'm the fourth. I'm the fourth generation of Hal. So yeah, I'm a junior, 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 junior. Mm, keep it simple. Okay. I want to see this relative volume start recalculating over here on the scans though, so we can see where, because if these are the calculations, all of these have very low relative volume. We got about 15 minutes to the open as well, but I really like to see relative volume above five deviations because it works really well. People are really aggressive for scalps. I'm scalping off the bottom because I'm a catfish. There's blood in the water, and I show up. I notice a lot of times too when I get into my trades, a lot of my trades are they gain value so fast that I think that um holding them is just too risky the way I'm doing it. And so I'm just getting into the habit of just taking the profit while it's there. And what I want to do is, as the account grows, just re-enter in that same level. Because a lot of times I see when it's coming down to that same level, comes down and just goes straight back up. So it gives me multiple opportunities to trade it. Now it is a little more time consuming waiting on that second one. But if you got the cushion from the first trade, I mean, you make, $300, $400 on the first trade, and then another whatever on the next trade, and it goes back to the same level and sell that. That's what I'm looking to do. Is start to capitalize on some of these trades that I'm seeing. But they have to meet the criteria and everything. I'm just not going out, buying whatever's falling. I like for these stocks to reach extremes. I want the shorts to get tired. Oh man, we pushed down this much. Oh, we're tired. Let's cover a little bit, take a little bit of profit. Perfect. That's where I want to be. I want to be the worst short seller possible in history. I want to be buying exactly where the worst short sellers would be selling. It'll be the same way if I ever attempt to go short. I want to be the worst buyer ever. When it's popping, it's doing breakouts and stuff, I'm selling. Because a lot of people, they try to be the best, but not too many people try to be the worst. Like, yeah, I want to be the best trader possible. Nope, I want to be the worst short ever. I'm trying to get squeezed to the moon. All right, let's see. Yeah, a lot of these, all of these stocks are kind of just going flat. They really don't have a lot of bounce in them. EZFL threw a high up here at the 549s. Two million shares traded. IMRN high at the 367s. So I would say I think PACW is gonna have to be the thing that fails before anything else moves. Somebody just messaged me. What is that phone? Put that lights went off. Yeah. Okay. They should have just powered back up. Let me see if they're up. I knew the lights were gonna probably give them some problems during that storm. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Gotta go over here and check the networks. Let's see what has powered up and what has not. Okay. There, and I knew okay, they're back up. Let's see. That's good. DC, that one should still be up though. Yep, nice. Both of them up and running, and so that means that's good. Okay. All right, back over to trading. I know it did because I set it up. Yeah. I'm talking to myself. I'm one of my clients is contacting me or whatnot. Let's see. Trader. What's up? What's up, Lori? Lori, you got any plays you looking at? Anything you think gonna be ripping today? Ripping. Because right now all we're seeing is PACW, IMR, N, and Easy FL. Supported. You think top will give another rip? TOP said 1159 right now. It came down to, so let me zoom back a little bit more. Okay, so had a rip up here to 200 something dollars. came down here to the lows. It's almost to the low of what, four? No, that's a long way away. Gee whiz, these some big old candles. This is 461 down here. Actually, I'll just take one of these. This is 461. Previous level was, man, that's 35. Yeah, that may open up a little bit. Definitely keep it on watch for TOP. Donnell says cheap one, BLCM. BLCM on here. 187%. $1.16. Okay, so that's a little bit of heat right there with 20 million shares traded. Looking at the previous levels, obvious levels that it could come down to. It's got the 87 cents here, which could be some possible support. I would like to see if it comes down there. And then also the 75 cents down here. Right around the 70. So we'll see what happens with that. Let me see if it's any kind of news on this one. BCLM. BLCM. Okay, they have a 13D filing, so they got probably an investor in there. Okay, prostate cancer. They're working on different cancers, phase 1/2 trials /2. Okay. So yeah, BLCM doesn't have any direct news on today, but they do work on like cancers and different things like that. We'll see what they come up to be. Kind of like starting to find support though on the 4-hour. Right now this thing has a high of the 125-ish, just about. Previous 4-hour candle is right here at the $1, which I would like to see it come all the way back down through this. And then the body of this previous candle is at the 87 for support. So we'll see how it acts. Yeah, it did take quite a bit of a move up though on Friday. Something's going on. Had a pop up here previously though. Had a previous high up here of the 108s. Came all the way back down to 30 cents for like a couple of days. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A little pop on the 8th day. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 days of falling and kind of finding a support and then ripping up. I think that was a very unexpected rip up though. But it did hold this line right at the 40 cents if we look back a little bit more. All right. We have, market's about to open. BLCM, we'll watch that one first, and then we'll skip on down to the next one. So market's just opened. BLCM had this high of the 125s. Let's see what they want to do with it. Okay, so now the relative volumes have adjusted. We'll come over here and look at the relative volumes real quick. So IMRN did have a very high relative volume and also EZFL. Both of their relative volumes are above 5. BLCM does not have one above 5 though. That doesn't mean you can count it out, but I mean they're just not as aggressive on BLCM. So we'll see what this 125 does up here. Will it splash down right up there to that resistance we had? Does it have the juice to get through 125s? $125, 126, 130s. And is it halting? Yeah, this is halting. BLCM going into halt. 225% up 13% on the top. I forgot to look at top. Top took a little bit of a bounce there as well. Way less volume though. It's being doubled and tripled by other things today. So we'll see how BLCM opens up. EZFL down 10% on the day. We'll see if once BLCM opens back up, will the relative volume recalculate to start coming over 5? It's got 27 million shares traded on it. Looks like the shares outstanding. Let me go and look at what these stats are looking like here. BLCM. Float of 7.91. Shares outstanding 9 million. Held by institutions. Kind of heavy on the institutions. We'll see about that. Profile. Based out of Houston, Texas. 13 full-time employees. Biotechnology. Focusing on discovering and developing novel cellular immunotherapies for treatment of hematological cancers and solid tumors in the United States and internationally. The company's clinical product candidates include BPX 601 and autologous Go-CAR T product candidate. Oh my gosh, their wording. Phase 1-2 prostate stem cell. Okay, so cancer is the backbone of this one though. Okay, let's go. Has a shelf registration from last year, so that can still come into play. Where's the halt scans? Halt scans. BLCM halted at 9:31, so it should be opening up at 9:36.48. Here's float, insider owning. And now we'll come back to so this is going to be the 36.48. But now over here on the top volume movers, we can see that yes, this one's definitely gonna be a top volume mover with 27 million, but the next one is this bank that's been falling, and it took all the attention on Friday or Thursday, PACW, and we're seeing the low floats start to fall down the list, right? So EZFL, IMRN, these low floats that are over $2 falling down the list. So we'll see how this one does once it comes out. Got about a minute left on BLCM halt. If this is a 5-minute halt. Everything else is red. IMRN. Easy FL. What about top? Top halted down. Okay, so 40 seconds. PACW almost caught up with in volume with it. So definitely in direct competition. Not getting doubled or tripled by BLCM just yet. We'll see what this open looks like. Here comes the open at the 42 here. Should open now. Or actually the 48, my bad. Opening now. Big sell-off right there. Right there at their resistance that we marked. Let's see what happens from here. I think it just halted down. Yeah. It just halted. Look at those sizes. Look at those sizes rolling through. 179. Oh my goodness. That's some huge size on the top of it. Okay. So that is not looking pretty. SPY kind of just sitting still right now at the 412. This is what I'm saying, man. That relative volume can definitely help you on some trades. This one being under a 5, it's just on the fence for me. I like to see these 5s and 7s and higher deviations. I want to see those extremes formed. But anyway, working our way up the scanner, we have on the bottom WAL. I think that's some kind of airline, I think. Western Alliance, maybe not an airline, maybe a bank. CTLT, 4 million. EasyFL falling on down. American Airlines, NIO, IMRN, AA or Apple, PLTR, Tesla, and PACW. And let's see, this thing might go back under $1 for real when it opens up on BLCM. We had already marked levels on it of maybe some type of fall point, but that was on the 6 or the 4 hour and not really confirmed on that was on the hour and not confirmed on the 4 hour. So we'll see if it can crash the dollar, maybe even crash down here to 75 something cents. And I'm definitely not touching it if it's under $1. I've learned my lesson. Under $2, but above $1, I'll take a shot. Under $1, I just can't, because I know if I'm an 80% loser under $2 and under $1, I'm probably 100%. I'm not trying to. I'm not going. One, because it's very hard to read the level 2s under there because everybody can buy big size. Two, because supports and resistance levels are not respected at all. You be like, oh yeah, it might bounce here. No, still going. It's going to grind on down. And I guess 3, because there are other things coming up and catching up with this thing in volume every time it halts. So more and more attention is getting drawn elsewhere. And I know for a fact the shorts are on this one, PACW. 753 down here to the 680. Top with a big pop back up. It went down here and tested this level here. It's been down here multiple times at the 975 for support. back a little bit. So yeah, around the 975-ish. We'll see if it breaks that down. But definitely quite a bit of range. Went up to the 12 and dropped down to 9. So that's a $3 drop. Very, very hard to play. Look at these spreads. And where are the big sizes? Where's like the 10,000 shares? Anybody trading 10,000 share positions on here? Not really. So the volume not as strong as we would like to see. It only got 1 million shares traded, even with that big range. And a lot of times if it has big range, small volume, that's not where I want to be. Get chopped up. IMR waking up. It's the only thing coming back green right now. It does have the high relative volume of 7. Playing around here, has a breakout level of the 320s on this 15-minute candle and hour. So we'll see if it can get up here and touch this 366, the high. It's the only thing green right now, though. Where's that 320 break? Looking out here on the level 2s, the ask, we see a 10,000 share at 324. We see a 16,000 share at the 330. And those are some spots of interest. That's where I would usually put the resistance when I see levels like that. So 324 and 330. Let's see if it'll clap through both of those. 330. Very tight little level there. Wonder will the fear ensue if it breaks these levels, breaks through that 330. Big size at the 310 on the bids. Okay. So my question is, can it hold the 3? Very tight range here, but can it hold the 3? 3 right there. Getting some pops there. Continuing to see them push down into these levels, and the 324 is getting further and further away. And look at that, 3,000 share positions there at 310s. We got to see if that's a buyer or seller. That's some big size around the 310s, and it's going under 310. Is it filling them right now under 310 and to pop up? Because it's definitely holding green. There's a $3 test. So yeah, losing those little gains that it had right there, but still holding a 3. Have to see how this candle closes. Will it show red on the day? It was the only one trying to do a little green. Can it get back over 310s? Because the big size were there at 310. Let's see if it pops back over 310. Only 8 million shares traded. This, oh my goodness, this one already opened up. I didn't even see this one open up. BLCM. So this one is definitely doubling and tripling all these other volumes. So gonna be kind of hard for it, especially with the shorts, probably with their eyes on BLCM here. Looking for a breakdown of $1. Huge sizes stacked up at the 104, disappearing. Look how quickly those are disappearing. 25,000 shares right there at the 102. Man, they got some faith. Whew, they're getting ate up. IMRN coming on down. Showing red now on the higher time frames. So this is just the first 15 minutes of the market, and we're seeing a whole lot of top just halted for no reason in the middle of a, looks like in the middle of a candle here. SPY starting to make its way downward, breaking down the first bottom of this 15-minute, but still has a ways to go on the hour and the 4-hour to really prove that it's going downward. Okay, breaking down, breaking down. And not really any obvious spots for support back here. So this wouldn't be one that I'll be trying to trade. I just don't see any obvious entries there. Okay, top opened up higher than the body of this previous candle. 1155 was the body. Top is looking very weird right now. Yeah. Only 1 million shares traded. BLCM under $1. Down 16% on the day. Does anybody want to go green? Top with some pops back up. Yeah, top is one of those. I don't really know how to play this one today. This is one of those you got to just be in, I guess, and just be like, you know what? I don't care what it does. I got 10 shares. It's not gonna hurt me. Because if you got 1,000, I mean, you could be making a lot of money. This thing popped from 1148 up to the 12, up to these highs here, with only 1 million shares. But like I said, I don't mess with these because it's big range, low volume. EZFL new resistance looks like around the 375s. So the resistance is becoming more obvious than the support. So where are the supports? How easily will it break down this previous support right here at $3 or under the 3? Okay, PACW still doing its thing. Okay, so for now, not seeing a whole lot for my strategy. Maybe there was some scalps there, but our low floats are falling off. They are falling off. What is this? TRVN popped up here. TRVN's up 76%. High relative volume up here. I don't know what this thing is. TRVN. It's halted up. TRVN is halted up. Let me look at the news on this thing. Okay. Today Trevena announces approval of Oling. Well, I'm not even gonna try that. Something in China, some kind of medication in China. It achieves a $3 million milestone to. Was this an investment? I don't know what that thing is. But yeah, it's definitely gapping up. It started from 63 cents. And these are those intraday random pop-ups. They really didn't have that much heat in the pre-market. But now you can see it's got 9 million shares. It's catching up with IMR. About to knock it off. It is a low float. Definitely sub $2. So we'll see what kind of action it has. It's up 42%. Let me see when it's supposed to open. Halted at the 9:47.47, so 5 minutes, 9:52.47. 52.47. We'll see if it becomes the one. Top holding in this range, not really breaking out or anything like that. Donnell says mundane Monday. GD also called out SMX. Up 27%. Let's see what they want to do. And we're going to start some scanner cleanup before we end here. Okay. BLCM, PACW. This one lost a lot of volume on this little dip here. All right, this one should be opening up right here. Opening 126, 128s, pushing on up there. Is it going to go into another halt? Up 100% now. Very interesting play here. See if we can spot any obvious levels back here on it. Let me go to the daily chart. Okay, so I see maybe an obvious resistance up here, 231, but maybe 125s, but that's kind of close, isn't it? 125, 220, I don't know. Is that an obvious level? Let's zoom back a little bit more. That's all that it's got. So 125-ish. And then maybe this, but I don't like saying maybe this is a support. You know, maybe this support, everybody doesn't see this. I need it to be super obvious, and this is the only super obvious one right here, which is 125. Maybe don't count. So we'll see what that one wants to do. It's back into a halt, but it is 125 is the only support that I see there, and 125 is still extended. It'll be like right down here. It may be breaking back below 125, and it may become resistance. Okay, EZFL falling on through the dirt. PACW ready for its next leg down. 32 million shares traded on it. And in this environment, you know, the movers, the top movers are weak. Right? 40 million shares, 32 million shares red. Top. Nice move back down into this previous range. Okay. So SMX is holding up 30%, but it's in direct competition with 200% gainers, so I don't know how well it'll do. Could have some quite nice snapbacks if you're shorting, because it's definitely in volume, it's not competing at all. And this was the trade that I took on Thursday. This is how it looked. I saw a support level, obvious support level, but I was like, man, this thing's holding, so I bought. Well, it was a little bit further away from VWAP than this. It was like further down, a little bit more deviated. But I bought before the obvious support level, and in my mind, I was like, I'm just gonna wait for this, and I got impatient, entered before, and it ended up falling through the first support level all the way down to the next support level, and then consolidating and bouncing back up. I was like, why didn't I just wait like I planned? Why did I break my plan here? Anyway, um, if you guys are going to continue trading, let's go ahead, and I think EZFL is not going to be competing on the day. It's down 22% with a history. I believe it has a history of giving back profits. We look over here on TOS, we can see big give back. And if we look back on the up here, it had a high of 549 and always has a large range downwards. So we'll clean that one off. EZFL top, probably not going to be one that's going today as a day trade. SMX still questionable. It's coming on up the list. I don't want to count this one out, but the way that it's looking, going sideways, not choosing a direction with all this competition, kind of has me worried on that one. TRVN definitely it could do some more, but I need to see them compete in the volume. I need to see more eyes come towards them. BLCM jumping back above the dollar, but like I said, the obvious levels here, right under the dollar and then down here to maybe even the 75, are a lot better buys than where it is right now. So it can test those levels. But anyway, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. And yeah, I'm going to get on with the rest of the day. As for now, nothing's kind of meeting the criteria that I'm looking for as far as trading. So there's definitely opportunity out here. It just depends on your strategy. And for me, I'm okay with just being okay, just being neutral, you know. But yeah, you guys have a great day. Keep your head on a swivel. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.